And we're back at the Crystal Palace. That's the word, yeah. So let's heal up, and then let's go to that middle node. Now we're ready. Crystal Palace, we've done... Oh, Shiny, what are you? Bless Augment. I don't even know what Bless does. What does Bless do? I never learned. Rosa, you can bless people now. Does that mean he's dead? I don't think that means he's dead necessarily. But does it? It doesn't give me any information, right? I don't think it does. Okay. Well, we're gonna continue on. Here we are. Central node. This is it. We will guide you to the core. I assume these are the crystals speaking. Oh, it's a whole dungeon? No, I didn't mean to go back up. I just went down because I realized that there was a little bit of that map I need to clear. Okay, hurry up. Okay, cleared that. Maybe it's a short dungeon. Maybe there aren't any enemies that would spawn down here. You know? Maybe it's a little just courtesy dungeon. Nope, they're enemies. Oh, and of course there are these things. I hate these things. Floor 2? Oh, well, now that I see that chest, I feel like I have to try to get it. I'm so close to the chest. Come on. There it is. Okay, what is it? A flame whip. I mean, I don't really use her whip, but still, I guess I'll look at it. Intellect would go down, spirit would go up. And I think spirit is for the summons rather than the magic. I'll try it. Because I do plan to just, like, spam Bahamut. And who knows how that'll work out, but that's my current plan. Dragon Shield, okay. Now I think I have to go back and get that other chest, because these are 2 bits of equipment that could be really good. Hav's primary element? What? I don't know what that means, but it is a better shield in other ways than the Aegis shield, so I'll equip that. And here, you can't have the Aegis shield. Never mind then. I guess I can't get that chest yet. I don't know, I've rubbed my face against like every bloody wall that I've been able to encounter so far, and nothing, so. I'm going to assume we'll end up back in this place. I'll get that chest later. Okay, so the Dragon Helm does seem to be all around better. Diamond Helm has electric damage or lightning damage, but this one just has better stat boost with defense, magic defense, and magic evasion. And again, Hav's primary element, I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I figure it's gotta be a better bet than what I currently have. And Dragon Mail, okay. Gradually getting all the dragon pieces together. Am I supposed to get a dragon sword, I wonder? Is that what like that last chest I couldn't find in the previous area was? Because I have dragon everything else with Cecil, and just still the defender. It says this should be a way down. But I don't see a rope, and it's not doing anything. Went downstairs there, so I probably just need to go up into this now. Okay, cool. Oh, this is a bonus. Oh. Alright, we have an elixir. Cool. Oh, there's so many, like, doors here. No. Protect ring. Okay. Rosa? Okay, well, that's just all around defense and stuff, so actually, maybe that'd be better on Cecil. He does have his dragon gloves. Can Kane wear the dragon gloves? Maybe. Let me find out. Because it would probably be good to have him have something, yeah, that have the primary element as well. That'd be an improvement for him. Not by a ton, but it'd be something. So I think I'm gonna go with this for now. Why is this guy down here? He doesn't seem to belong down here. Is he just going to immediately die? Well, not immediately. Alright. I'll take him. That's fine. They just immediately start spamming Ice Storm, which deals like 1,500 damage to everyone. And since they can both do it, like it's not even a boss. It's not even a boss. This is some random enemy. Okay, fight down. Let's see what this crystal shield's all about. Okay, so that would all around be an improvement. So I think I'll take that and give Kane the dragon shield, which likewise an improvement and another Hav's primary element thing. So now they both have 2 dragon pieces. So that should be, I hope that's good. Because I don't even know if the Hav's thing stacks. I'm not sure. So I don't know if it's actually beneficial to have, like, if I put all of those on Cecil, I don't think it would be like halved and then halved and then halved and then halved, you know? I don't think so. Crystal mail, but there is an ambush. Okay. Oh, it's this guy. Oh my gosh, this guy takes forever to kill. Like, I can auto him, but he takes so long. Like, I could literally go, like, get food. I might go get food. Yeah, I'm gonna go get food. Whatever. So once again, it is an increase, but it would be at the cost of the Halves primary element thing. So maybe that would be... Oh, he cannot. He cannot wear it. Then in that case, I think I'll have him, Cecil, wear the crystal mail, and he can wear the dragon mail. So that way they are both benefited from this discovery. And that fight wasn't for nothing. And I guess that's the only reason I came out here. And there was the other way down, so I'll just head up to that one then. Nope, we're running from these guys. I hate these guys. No, I was already on manual, that's right. No, stop attacking, just run! Just run! Thank you. Let me go in the cave. Just be an easy chest and like let that be it. Alright, well there's another way to go. And a chest, and it's close enough that like I'll get it and hope that it's good, but oh my god. What the f was that? But so, same day, several hours later, in case anyone wasn't sure what happened, let me break it down for you, because I have done my frame analysis, and, well, so to begin, my room is not the most finished room. It's good enough to be, like, a room that's livable, and, like, you know, it has insulation, it has drywall up, and stuff like that. But, like, I still have a naked wall directly in front of me here, and right opposite that is my bed, so, like, I can see my bed from here, but just also, like, wood, right? And, like, the light fixture, it has, you know, the metal circle where the light bulb is, and then we just cut a square around the drywall to, like, fit that circle in, right? And so there are holes in the corners, just leading to above the drywall on the ceiling. And as you all saw, something fell from one of those holes. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought that it might have been a big spider, and if you know me, you know that I am not a fan of spiders. They scare me very, very much. They make me very uncomfortable. So I was waiting for, like, my video to render within the editing software, like, just enough so I can... you know, when you put a file in, it has to make, like, these other kinds of files for each individual layer, just to make it run smoothly within the editor, like, software itself, as far as I'm aware, you know? I had to wait so I could actually look frame by frame and see what the heck dropped. And most of the frames were blurry, but here, I got this one for you so you can see what it is that fell on my arm. So it was a mouse. And so I learned that it was a mouse hours later. Like, you know, 30 minutes, not even that, prior to, like, starting this recording up. But what I knew much earlier on, because when that happened, I just went and crouched on my bed across the room for a few minutes, watching the floor to see if anything moved, if I spotted anything, and I did not, you know? But I didn't see anything around the chair, so it wasn't just like dust had fallen onto my arm. Like, there was something, and it was not there anymore. But then I went back to my computer, and I looked up at the light, and here's an image. There was a snake in my ceiling. I say was, I should say is. There is a snake in my ceiling. We did not get it out. We taped the holes closed. So, the ceiling is no longer exposed. The snake is still up there. There's presumably a family of mice up there, too. Just -1. It's somewhere just in my room now. Or maybe it left my room, because it's, again, this is hours after the fact. Maybe it left during that time, found its way out. But as far as I'm aware, it's somewhere in here. So, that's the thing. Anyway, back to the game. A white robe. That sounds like something for Rosa. Either Rosa or Rydia. No, not Luminous. Yeah, so a 10 improvement to Spirit. Would Spirit work? Oh, actually, with her... With how high her Spirit is, I guess that's what's used for white magic. I was thinking is Intellect for black and Spirit for white? I don't know. I was thinking Intellect for magic and Spirit for summoning. I don't really think that's the case anymore. But yeah, this is almost an all-around improvement. Like, magic evasion's a little bit lower and intellect's a little bit lower, but I like the defense increase and the spirit increase of 10. If spirit is for white magic, that seems really good. I'll make sure that Rydia cannot use it herself. She cannot. Then yeah, we're gonna put the white robe on, and there we go. Yeah, I don't have anything better. I wish I had something better than the rune armlet, but Yeah. Like, maybe I should give her the Protect Ring. I don't know. But now we just need to head down. Surely we're getting close to the end of this. Where am I? Okay, so I'll clear over here first because there's a chest. And I want to see what that is. But then I saw where the doorway was. I'm just going to flee. We're just going to run from this fight. Because this fight in particular is kind of tricky. I mean, like, it's usually fine. Usually Cecil dies by the end of it, but on auto battle, like, I still win in the end. But I just don't really want to take the time right now. So we're going to run from a lot of these encounters that are coming up, because I'm hoping I'm, like, right by the end of the game. Crystal Helm, enemy ambush, though. Ooh, I should have seen that coming. I did not heal. Oh, but if it's this guy, I should be fine. This guy was another that I was able to just auto battle against in the past. So we should be okay to do this. And he is down. Do any of us get any super cool, awesome levels? Yeah, actually, everything went up with Rydia. And it's 69. Nice. Okay. And we got from that, what, Crystal Helm? So am I actually going to replace everything dragon? Maybe I should, just because Kain couldn't wear the crystal stuff. And, like, this actually is an improvement over the Dragon Helm. Aside... Wait, does this also have primary? What? It does? Oh! How come the male doesn't? I'm pretty sure the Dragon Male did. Okay, either way, we do have something then that has the primary element. That's good, because I was worried about getting rid of my last thing that did that, being the dragon thing. So I feel better. And this is an improvement for you. Another halves thing, and, like, good. I guess it's a 1 buff to all of those things. Like, to defense, and magic evasion. But it's still better. Just slightly. Not as much as I would like, but it is better. Okay, so I think we just head to the right. I mean, I'll see if there's anything down. No, just little dips. Okay. Oh, there are 2 ways to go, though. I think going up would probably lead us to, just like a bonus. So I'll check in there really quick to see if I can get another item. And then we'll head down and see what that is. Because it seems like that's making further progress, like, into the cave. And yeah, this seems to support that, I think. And on the map, Red Fang, boo. I don't see any other chests, so I'm assuming there aren't any hidden walls. I'm not going to take the time to push my face up against everything as I go. I will say if I can clear out the map, though. What's the point of this up here? No, we're definitely running from this fight. These two are annoying with their Ice Storm. The fact that they can both do that and it does so much damage to everyone. It actually didn't seem to do quite as much. I wonder if that was the primary element thing being halved. I don't know. But that little area was pointless. Oh, you know, I thought we were actually going to be able to clear it here. Like the map and get whatever the map reward is, but there's all that stuff on the far left, including an unopened treasure chest. I don't know how to get to it, so we're just gonna leave it be. Where are we? I don't know. Brand new map. With new treasures, so that's something. And you know what? I don't think I saw that treasure chest on the map until I revealed the area, so that thing I said about not seeing a treasure, so probably no secret before, yeah, it doesn't really apply. But 2 from a shuriken. A little bit surprising, but they're just giving Edge a little bit of a buff. You know, I can't help but notice that he didn't get any new armor in this dungeon, and I'm thinking I probably just missed it. But I'll be honest, I'm not willing to go back and look for it. So, I mean, maybe it's that chest that, you know, was on the left side of that last map. Maybe I just have yet to come upon it. Or maybe I missed, like, a secret wall that would have led me there, you know? Why was that? Is that 10 gone? Why is there a 10 over Cecil? 9, 8, uh-oh. Wait, what? Don't count down. Kill him before it counts all the way down. Oh, Lord. What's gonna happen? Edge, Kain, you gotta hurry. Is this just a countdown till he explodes? I don't like that. 3, 2, Edge, please. Stop the fight. Kain! Oh, no. Oh, unless Rydia's gonna get him. Rydia might get him. If not, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kain? Yes? Okay, I don't think anyone else is gonna be able to do damage before it reaches 0. So I think this Cecil's just dead. I assume it's just him dying. Which, fair enough. Yeah, there he goes. Alright. You couldn't have been one sooner, Edge. Like, he doesn't get that XP. Now, the worst part is I have to just go into magic and take the time to, like, raise and cure him again. No! Cure! I got itchy and got distracted. Anyway, where were we? I will go down the left. I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Another chest. Cool. Cottage. Nice. Oh, there's a lot more to uncover, but, like, I can't even reach those areas. No, yeah, please keep running away. I don't want to fight them. Just keep going. You'll make it. Here's the next way to go, looks like. I assume this just connects up, but in case there's another treasure, and there was not. All right. So into that middle passage we go. Back upstairs. Okay. Treasure. The Edge's armor? Minerva Bustier? Is that how you say that? Is that a bustier? Oh, okay, these shouldn't be too difficult. I hate that, like, sorceress, but... And, like, the counter that these ladies have, the warrior ladies. It's annoying, but not as much as her casting magic on just everyone. According to Google, it's just bustier. And, like, I don't just mean, like, the comparative of busty. I mean, it gives the definition, a close-fitting strapless top worn by women. So maybe it's bustier if you're, like, just being French about it, but... This just gives bustier, so fair enough. We got a Soma drop out of that. Hey, nice. Okay, so I can improve someone's magic, their MP rather, by 10. Now, who do I want? Like, it's obviously it's either Rosa or Rydia. Like, yes, Edge could use some technically for his ninjutsu, but I'm mostly just gonna be throwing Shuriken, I think, with him. I don't know if Kane uses it. Period. Does Jump use it? If so. He hardly uses any. I feel like Cecil's I'm just going to be focusing more on using his attack with his sword. Like, I want to give it to Rydia so I can just feel free, or more free, you know, to use her powerful attacks over and over again. Like summoning Bahamut, or, I guess Flare is probably her highest cast, or highest cost black magic I have. But then with Rosa, you know, having 75 mana to do, like, a Rise... But I think I will go with Rydia this time. As in, I gave it to Rosa last time. Now, let's see. Do you want the bustier? I mean, you can wear it. And it would improve a number of your things. But you don't really attack. Like, this would lower your spirit by 30. It would increase your strength. And I like the speed increase. And, like, the defense increase in the evasion. But I don't think it's the best for you. And then same thing for you. Like, if... Well, I don't know what spirit affects. Okay, what if I optimize? It does give you the Minerva. Look, if the game thinks that's what's best, like, I'll trust it. I'll go with it. We'll see how it works out. So there's another set of stairs leading up right there. And then apparently another set right there. Another set of stairs right there. Why are there so many sets of stairs here? Like, I'm worried to go up them. Like, I wonder if they all go to the same place. But I'm also worried to leave this map with, like, half of it still uncleared. Like, what is all this up here? You know? Is this bonus? Is the other way bonus? Do I care about bonus? Like, I still do to an extent. But I just wish I knew. Now for set of stairs number 2. An empty room. Oh, what are you? Those who seek this hallowed lance shall have naught but their damnation. Oh, I also just realized I had picked up like a wyvern lance and I never did anything with it. I completely forgot. Okay, so what? Mini-boss, I guess? Certainly sounds like it. Alright, Bahamut, go. Kill. Throw Shuriken. Oh, we're all doomed? Wait, no. We're all doomed at the same time. That's not good at all. That is, in fact, very bad. Because if we're all doomed at the same time, there's no raising, there's no arise. We just all die when the timer runs out. So hopefully Bahamut does a lot of damage. That did not do a lot of damage, gonna be honest. I don't think Bahamut should only do double what Cecil's sword does. Because it costs 90, doesn't it cost, like, I thought it cost a bunch. It does, 99, yeah. Alright, let's try a Flare. Let's see how Flare does. It's so hard to keep track of everything that's happening, because, like, I should be watching the battlefield to see what he's doing, to see how he reacts to certain attacks, but instead, I'm usually just busy, you know, picking out my next move, because you can't wait. Like, how did Flare work out? I have no idea. Let's see how Holy does, at least. Okay, 4,000, so Holy's a good thing to do here. Kane, I wish that you would... Cecil, I wish that you would stop missing. I need you all to be doing a lot of damage really fast, because he's healing up 2,000 every turn. Please, Flare, do a lot. 4,000 or more. No. Uh-oh. This could be it. Especially if he keeps me... Yeah, everyone's dead. Is everyone not dead? It's at 0. Was this not a Doom counter? Thought it was a group Doom counter. I'm confused. Okay. But, like, I'm not upset. I just don't understand what happened. Like, it's possible, I guess, that it was, like, at the end of that round, after everyone's, like, initiative had run out, that it would have just killed everyone, and I happened to beat it just in time. Or it wasn't Doom, after all. But we got the Holy Lance. Very cool. So I don't even need to worry about, like, that Wyvern Lance or whatever I picked up before. So I'm just gonna hope that this is a big upgrade. So first Wyvern Lance, let's see. Deals extra damage to dragons. It would have been an increase of, yeah, about 10 to each attack and accuracy and lower stamina. And the Holy Lance, ooh, a 40 increase to attack, a 20 increase to accuracy. Yes, that sounds good. And it's Element Holy. So, might be, you know, super effective against some things. We'll find out. Just in case, I have nothing better. Do I have anything better than the Defender yet? No, Luster Sword still, okay. Fair enough. Then, let's heal everyone up. And let's check out, the third set of stairs. Third set of stairs, here we are. And 2 chests. Oh? I will not relinquish these blessed relics to the likes of you. Oh. Alright. Oh no, it's the Lunasaur! Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I offended you so badly. Alright, Bahamut, do it. Oh, this is still Cecil. I'm basically just planning to repeat what I did last time. You know, maybe I should just, like, haste Rosa and Cecil, because the others keep missing. Oh, he finally hit. Oh, and that did... Okay, Bahamut did 9,000 that time, so that's definitely... That's more what I want. And how does Holy do? Oh, he was reflected. Right, that's what the green means. I remembered that. Like, I knew that was a thing at one point, and then I just forgot. So, we're not going to do that again. We're going to Arise Edge. Maybe Jump will be better. Because I know the whole thing about haste, but that was before Edge was just dead. Wait, no, I just attacked with Rydia. That's not what I wanted. No. I'm messing up all over the place. That's such a wasted turn. Because she's the one that does 9,000 when she uses Bahamut. And I need that right now. Okay, here. I want to try ninjutsu against you. I'll try Frost, because I don't think that counts as magic. And so I'm hoping that, you know, it won't be reflected. We'll find out. And we're going to summon Bahamut again. Because that seems like my best bet right now. It takes a lot of mana, but, you know, we had her at full at the start of this fight, so as long as, okay, good, and yeah, he didn't reflect the ninjutsu. As long as we can keep it up, and he dies before we're out of mana, you know, I think that'll have been worthwhile. I guess let's target all with Kiraga. I guess not everyone really needs it, but I just don't want to cast magic on him. Because he likes when I do that. So every time I do that, he heals for 3,000, but if Bahamut's doing 8 to 9,000, then it will be worthwhile. Okay, and all of us, we're good. Not... Where did you... Oh, no, I don't like that you're frogs. Oh, I don't like that you're frogs at all. Oh, dear. Oh, no, and Rydia's tiny. When did she get tiny? Oh, no. Cecil, I need you. I need you to do Esuna on people. Okay, let's do Esuna. Let's do Rydia first. I should have done Rosa, because then she could have done Esuna as well. Ooh. Okay, well. Just waiting on that, and then I'm going to, yeah, immediately do a summon. So we got to keep getting damage in. Keep defending. Let's do Esuna on Rosa. At least as far as our health is concerned, we're doing okay right now. I haven't really had big moments of concern in this fight. Okay, and it's over. The biggest concern I had was just when Edge died, but that was because of me using magic when he had Reflect Up. So, I can live with that. So we won with 2 Toads on the team. Look at them dance. I'm glad they at least get experience when they're toaded. Nice. Okay, that's a good solid level. And, you know, these could still be traps. So I'm still going to, like, heal everyone up first. Just in case. And I got Ethers, and, like, they're best used out of battle, so I'm just gonna pop them on now. And there we go. I know that was a lot, but I'm hoping that I won't really have need for them. Ribbon. Oh, Ribbon's a classic. Oh, you actually can't wear, unless it's, is it a hat thing? It is a hat thing. Okay, so it would increase everything of hers by 2, magic evasion by 3. What about you? Defense would go down by 1, but your evasion would go up by 12. Magic defense 6, magic evasion 9. So that would be better suited for you. This would also be quite the increase. Dang, yeah. Like, everyone could benefit from it. I think I want to... I think I want to give it to Rydia right now. So I'm going to do that. I mean, because everyone could use it, so why not Rydia? I was going to say she didn't get anything else, but she did get that bustier. Either way. Oh, another ribbon! Okay, okay. Rosa, you're in luck. You can have a ribbon. Maybe it would be better. It would actually, I think, be better for Edge, because he'd only be losing 1 defense, and he'd be gaining, you know, like 12, 6, and 9, as opposed to Rosa's, like, 2 and 3. So, here, you get the ribbon, Edge. Thank you for your cooperation, Rosa. I appreciate it. Okay, after having done that, I think I'm gonna head back to that save room, gonna save, and then all the way up and down. I don't know where that's gonna lead us, but it seems like this is building up to things, so I'm hoping for something good. Here we are, Lunar Subterrane B8. Okay. It definitely looks different. It's much more crystally. Where, what? Chest? I can't reach it. Alright, fine. I'll maybe get it later. I'm surprised that by this point Cecil hasn't learned anything better than Cura. Like, I'm really glad he knows Raise, but, like, why can't he know Kiraga by now? I don't know if he ever learns it, if just Paladins are incapable in this game, but I think it would have been really handy. Because his Cura is, like, okay for sustain on, like, this kind of smaller level, but if I ever want any actual healing to be done, like, I really just have to use Rosa. Because even with her, yeah, it's Kiraga or Kiraja. Even though she has a higher, like, base healing, as far as I can tell, than Cecil does, you know, her Cura is not enough when you need big heals. I can reach the chest from here! Yay, it's not just floating in an abyss or something. Another Fuma Shuriken. Okay. Yeah, there... I mean, I'm glad, because I think I only have 3 of those even now. What are you? I don't like this thing. This just random creature. Okay, let's destroy it. Oh, there's the next place to go, I guess. But there's something else down here. Or maybe just a little bit more map for some reason. But we're gonna clear it, because we almost have this one 100%. And I'm hoping that we'll get something good for it. I'm really hoping. Oh, actually, was that another, like, weapon spot? Like how we got the lance for Kain. Okay, if that's the case, we're going to heal up. Yeah, it was the sword. Okay, so that's either for Cecil or for Edge. So yeah, healing up real quick. I mean, I don't have the best mana, but far from the worst, so let's try it. Okay, there we go. The ensorcelled blade of Masamune will never bend its will to that of men from the blue planet. Well, we'll see. It sounds like a blade for Edge. So that should be cool. Oh, it's Ogopogo. Hello, Ogopogo. Alright, how do I want to do this? Ninjutsu. Blitz. Okay, didn't love that. Bahamut, save us. And you jump. And let's not pray. Let's shell everyone. Because if we're gonna get more like tsunamis like that, probably a good call, I hope. And then I'll try to remember to use haste. I think first on Rosa herself, and then on Rydia. Okay, I patched up some of our wounds at least, with Cecil. So now let's do haste on Rosa. I think while she's doing that and not healing, I'm gonna have Cecil continue to use Kira. Because it's not the most, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Let's see how Bahamut hurts it. Quite a bit, that's good. So Blitz wasn't doing a terrible ton. So I'm gonna just try like Frost instead, just to get another element going. We're gonna do haste on Rydia, like I said. Jump with Kain. Gonna get Bahamut out there. White Magic, Kira, everyone. No one is in danger right now. Or like their health isn't yellow. Yellow or red, you know? So, for the moment, we're okay. Okay, so that was worse than Blitz. It could have just been like a rolls thing. Like Blitz just got better rolls, but significant enough I'm not gonna use that particular one again. Not confused. Let's use Kiraga. Everyone. Ninjutsu. Oh, whoops. Go ahead, Bahamut. Ninjutsu Gale. Maybe you're weak to that. Who knows? I think I'm good to start attacking as Cecil now. Poor Kane's not getting any of the magical benefits because he's just in the air the whole time. Hey, speak of the devil. Okay, Bahamut, go. I don't actually know what I would want. So let's just get another Kiraga just in case. Okay, and Kain got healed before I had him jump, so that's good. He still isn't, like, shelled, but, it's better than nothing. I did not get to see how Gale did. Let's try that again. I'll try to actually, like, watch for it this time. Because Deluge is not the worst, but, like, if you had 2 or 3 of those, like, 3 of them would be dead. 2 would be in trouble. Okay, not Gale. Blitz did more than both of those, because those did about the same amount. But, I don't know, like, Blitz wasn't the weakness because it didn't say it was the weakness. Tremor? Like, I don't know why it would be Tremor as your weakness. Okay, so we need to do another Kiraga on everyone. Have you... Kane's good. He can jump right now. Kind of a shame that we're only going to get one of these swords because... Ah, yeah, cool. End of fight. Because Edge dual wields, you know? So I'm glad we're getting an increase in his equipment, but only one. It just would have been nice if we had the second one as well. cool though. We got some levels. Good for us, good for us. Another strong level there. Everything going up, heck yeah. Hey, we got the Masamune. So, now to equip that. See how much better it actually is. So 1 to strength, 1 to speed, and then 10 to attack and accuracy. Okay, I like the 10. It's not as good as a 40 damage increase, but like I'll gladly equip it. Now just to heal everyone back up, and then I guess we'll continue on our way. I wish that the save point weren't so far away, because I'd love to go back and save, but I'm not willing to travel that entire distance because of all of the random encounters. So 3 gold hourglasses. So I'm hoping there'll be another save point down here. I wonder if they're actually, these items are like tactically placed. Like, did I get 3 curtains there because using reflect in like an upcoming fight would be a good strategy? Or did they just kind of throw items wherever? You know, was thought put into it or not? You'd think there'd be a save point here. Like, it's the perfect spot for it. And there's just nothing. Such a letdown. Well, here's the way to go. What do we get? Stardust. Okay, I don't know what Stardust does. Let's check, just so I know. Cast Comet. Okay. I am not sure how good that spell is. Must tell Zemus. Oh, no. We can't let him... We can't run from this fight. This is Zemus's breath? What? No, wait. Oh, wait, I am running from this fight. Oh. I didn't even mean to be running from that fight. I thought I couldn't run from that fight. You all heard me say, wow, you can't even run from this fight, thinking it was something special. But we must be getting close if we're encountering Zemus's breath now. Oh, it's purple this time. Hello, Zemus's purple breath. Goodbye, Zemus's purple breath. Give me a save point. And stop having encounters every 5 steps. See, like, when we first encountered this guy and I didn't think that you could run away, and he was saying how he had to tell Zemus, I was like, oh, we have to kill him quickly. You know, it'll be like a timed thing, and we're gonna be penalized if he gets away. But no, I'm not thinking it's actually anything since you can run from it. You know, there had better be a save point in this next area. If there's not, if they really have the save way up there, like several floors up and so much walking, and that's it, then I'm gonna be bothered. I'm really not ready for a fight right now. I need to heal and give mana, I think. Oh, we're just watching them fight Zemus, apparently. Also, I didn't see a save point, so I'm bothered. Okay, we're gonna learn from this fight. Firaga hurts him. It does hurt him, just not a ton. And he can be affected by slow? Okay, okay. Blizzaga hurts him. Can he be affected by hold? No. Thundaga hurts him. And Holy, is it going to be super effective? Well, no, but it hurts him. It's nearly done. Give your power to Meteor. Very well. Yes, use all your strength. Wait, maybe don't do that. That's also not all your power. Wow, that did 99,000 damage, even when this mortal shell is gone. My spirit will live on. Did you actually do it? It was 99,000. That is a lot. So what's the boss fight gonna be like then? Because I assumed he was gonna be the boss. I assume it still is going to be him, but I guess his spirit? We're fighting his spirit? Are we gonna fight his spirit? Oh,
he did it. What a waste. Such incredible power. And all of it warped to evil ends.
Hey! Oh, you've come.
Yep.
Looks like we were too late. You were supposed to leave him for me.
Cecil.
Cecil. No one else can join in? Uh-oh. You said you killed him, right? Oh. So you're not Zemus then? Zeromus. We could give you a hug or something. Try to change that. I could call Danny Sexbang, he'd love to.
Evil within him. Zemus. No, Zeromus. This time I will finish what I set out to do.
Okay.
Zeromus, be gone!
Please, I'm so tired. Oh, we're still not part of this fight. Even though we're all here now and very much involved, we're not involved. Uh-oh. I don't like the meteor is doing 0 damage. It's no use. Meteor isn't working. Golbez, use the crystal. Crystal. Oh, okay, I see. You tread the path of darkness. That crystal will shed no light for you. Oh, hey, toss it to me! I'm super good. Your hands will only stain it darker still. Die! Also, has anyone noticed that Golbez has, like, piddly health now, compared to when we fought him? He's also a lot shorter. I don't know, just pointing that out. Oh, he not feeling so good. That's a lot. You got big goals, I'll give you that. You gonna give me a save point first? We're not in a boss fight yet, so there's still a chance.
Elder! Cecil and the others!
Indeed. Now is the time we pray for them. No, for the entire world. Hallam, Olam, we must see that all the prayers made here reach Cecil and his
Like, just like the 15 of you on the tower, or like is everyone across the land praying?
Cecil, my friend.
This is your chance. Please have courage.
We'll all be waiting for you.
For the sake of the whole earth.
Rise up! Our prayers are with you. Come on, you can do it!
Thank you.
Cecil! Everyone!
Great moon, please hear our prayers.
Yes, Moon, please help us.
Brother.
Oh, your brother dead, man. Oh, he not dead yet. Is he giving the okay, I was like, is he giving the crystal, or is he just wanted to hold my hand?
Be you.
Thank you, Theodore. Obtained crystal.
Zeromus, this is the end for you, not us.
Cecil with 1 HP. Do I actually have to do anything here, or is it just gonna... I assume it's gonna auto. Alright, Palom says here. Do you want me to, like, toss you something? Oh, let us help you. Okay. Thank you, Porum, for clearing that up. Their prayers bestow life. Thank goodness. Now, if they could also bestow healing, that'd be pretty wizard. Have courage, says Edward. Tella, what are you doing here? You're dead. You actually didn't come back, right? Isn't he like the only person who didn't come back? Their prayers bestow strength. Am I healed now? Well, not to everyone. How come they only bestowed strength to Rydia and Rosa? Maintain your focus, says Young. And then, I don't know, just some kind of monstrous gibberish. So, come back to us, you hear, says Sid. Their prayers bestow vitality. What was the strength part, then? Man, Cecil's getting no love. Moon, shine your light upon them, prays Fusoya. Golbez says, my brother. Use the hallowed light within you. I will. Oh, I'm full health. I'm full health. Okay, cool. Allow it to fill the crystal. Zeromus, show your true face. Is that not your true face? The blue demon thing? Their prayers imbue Cecil with holy might. That's good, because I'm not using the lustrous sword. Maybe I should be. Okay, well. Oh, I had 0 on attack right there. Do I also have 0 here? I have 0. What? What's... Oh, I probably should have used the crystal or something, huh? Yeah, crystal, here it is. I didn't know I had to do that. I thought it was just... I thought that's what the holy might part was. Zeromus reveals his true nature. Grr, grr, ah. Grr. Oh, your true nature's pretty cool looking, not gonna lie. Black hole. No, thank you. Okay, Fuma Shuriken, 100%, so I'm gonna use that. We'll jump. We're gonna summon Bahamut here. We are going to use Haste on Rosa so that we can get more buffs out of her more quickly. Okay, the Fuma Shuriken did almost, like, 10,000. It capped at 9999, so that's good. I mean, the cap, not so much, but, like, it reached the cap, so that's something. I hope that I'm supposed to just, like, I hope it's okay that I'm using these right away like this. Because I'm glad Cecil's doing damage, but it's still only 2,000 compared to, the Fuma Shuriken. I mean, even the jump is better. Granted, it takes longer to do. But yeah. Did that not damage us? Oh, it did. It very much damaged us. Okay, so we at least got to heal up 3 of us. Kane's gonna peace out for a little bit so he doesn't get something like that again in his face. We are going to use Arise on Rydia. All magical effects nullified. Aw, come on. That's not cool. I was using those. So let's throw another Fuma Shuriken. That seems to be the best that I have right now. Did we still not Arise Rydia? Are we still waiting on that? Because I'm pretty sure Cecil's gotten to go twice in that time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, finally. I need more Bahamut summons, presumably. I didn't get to see how much damage that actually did, but I'm hoping it was significant. So there's that. Let's do a Kira to all. Are we gonna do a Kiraga to all as well? Because I'm just assuming Cecil will go first, yeah. And so hopefully he'll, like, tide everyone over. And this is the last Fuma Shuriken that I have, so hopefully it is actually being worthwhile. Kind of just have to see who dies here from that attack. Quite a bit, okay. And of course, that happens right before Kiraga. Kiraga could have saved people, but it was too late. Okay, so let's bring back Edge, I guess. Because I had Cecil do that for Rydia, right? I hope so. Yeah. Summon, Bahamut, go. Kira on all. So at least Edge is going to be back full health. I'm pretty sure Rydia's just about to die as soon as he does anything to her. Like this attack. And I think Rosa's dead with this. No, she's not. Okay. Rydia, come back with a rise, please. But man, the fact that he's just insta-killing so many of my people is not ideal. I think this is actually where we all go down. I don't think we're strong enough to withstand that black hole, are we? Oh no, that just nullifies magical effects. Okay. Can you just keep doing damage, stay out of trouble as much as you can? He is at 0 mana though. This might be his last jump. Maybe it does take more mana than I realized to jump. Okay, but Kira did get 3 of them again. It's something. Because, you know, we're just trying to keep him up. If you could actually use Bahamut, that would be great. Ooh, okay, can no longer do that. Shoot, what do I want to do? Her being out of mana is not good. Because I don't think I have something that, like, gives my mana all... Like, I have an elixir. But that's... Does that do mana too? Maybe it does. But also, where do I have elixirs? Elixir right here. Okay, yeah. Health and mana. So we're doing that. I didn't mean to do it just on Rydia, but that's fine. You go ahead and just heal Rydia. We don't need Kira for everyone. She finally got Bahamut off. And that did 7,000, so I'd say that was good. Osmos, that part sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, Edge, come back. Let's do Bahamut again. Because the Osmos sucks, but... Wait, what was not enough mana? What, for, like, the jump? What was not enough mana? I'm not sure. Edge is finally alive again. That's something. Here's another Bahamut. Yeah, and then Osmos again, which I don't love, but what do you do? Okay. Okay. Kiraga on everyone. Even though we're pretty alright right now, I assume a big attack's gotta be coming in. And I just have to use normal Shuriken at this point, because I'm out of the Fuma ones. Which is a shame, because they actually did turn out to be really good. Okay, now that we all got hit by that... Oh, that's still down to... So, and they were like full health, weren't they? That sucks. Because I used that specifically because of that attack. And right, he's out, so I think I just need to keep attacking with him. We'll do a rise on Rydia. I think now that we're out of Fuma Shuriken, Rydia's the more important one to have up. More so than Edge, I mean. Man, how much health must this guy have? Because I think we're doing a pretty significant amount. But he still seems to be just fine. Not that they ever show, like, signs of slowing down. You know, it's all or nothing. Ooh, okay. Don't love that. Did you not use a rise? What happened to when I told you to do that? Or did you and she just died immediately? I think I lost. I think I needed to heal Rosa instead. We'll see. We'll try again. Yeah, this is where Rosa dies, I'm pretty sure. This is where everyone dies. Okay. Yeah. Like, I just need a Phoenix down, but here's Meteor, so it's too late. Okay, so attempt number 1 did not work out. And that was a long attempt, too. That felt like a long attempt. Alright. Trying it again. Oh lord, do not make me sit through these cutscenes again. Do not make... Oh, you're going to make me sit through these cutscenes again? Do you know how long these cutscenes were? Okay, I googled it. I googled if you could skip, and someone was saying that for them, and it's been almost 5 minutes by the way, they said for them the default key was Z, so yes. I want to skip the cutscene. And be grateful that that's an option, because I was tempted if I were to die again to just call it there, like the whole playthrough. Because if this is the final boss, I'm not gonna sit through 5 to 6 minutes of cutscene between every attempt. Like, I don't have that in me right now. But I mean, it's still, even this part's really annoying to have to sit through every time. Because there's nothing I could do to speed this up. Like, I tried pressing the cutscene skip button again, and nothing. So, I'm thinking that I can't use anything on my party. Like, I can't use haste, I can't use protect, can't use shell, because he's just going to get rid of it very, very soon, and I feel like I need all of my mana. So, I guess Rosa, I'm just going to have, like, healing every turn, and just hope for the best with that, because I also don't think I could really... Like, I don't think I could safely use Holy, just because I never know when he's going to attack. And I was thinking that, like, Rydia and Edge had been full health when, like, he hit with the Big Bang and they were instantly dead. But maybe they weren't, because there was an effect that seemed to be kind of passively draining my character's health. And I wasn't sure where that came from, if it was a thing that was just constantly part of the fight or not. But maybe if I just keep having her heal, and then have her, like, maybe just Kira, but then have a Kiraga or Kiraja after that big attack, maybe I can keep people alive for longer. Cecil, I'm just gonna have him attack. Edge, I'm gonna use, you know, do the same thing as long as I can, like the shurikens, starting with the Fuma, and then just the normal ones. Kain, I feel like I feel like not having him jump, because then he'll miss out on the healing too often. That just kept happening. And I'm not sure that it's more powerful, really. Like, the jump did let him dodge a lot of the attacks, I feel. But if I can just keep him up with the rest of the party, maybe that'll be better. And he might be able to do more damage if he's getting more attacks in. So, you know, we'll try it. And, you know, I should see what her magic is like. Most powerful, flare, there you go. And then, yeah, I guess, like, just gonna do a target all Kiraga. See how that goes. I mean, no one's really taken damage yet, so I feel bad, because that was just 18 MP wasted, but you never know with him. Oh shoot, I didn't even see how much damage Rydia did. Did she attack yet? No, she didn't attack yet, okay. Flare healed him. Why did it do that? Why is he hissing at it? So is it fire attacks heal him? Is that what we're dealing with right now? Oh no. Kain is instantly dead too? I don't know what to do with Rydia. Like, do I just keep trying Bahamut and hope that that works out? You know, I actually don't think that I can... I do. Let's see how much Holy does. Because it kind of seems like I don't have to worry too much about his damage until Big Bang. And then there's nothing I can do. Because, like, Edge is gonna die now. So we bring Edge back. Okay, so Holy, let's see. 6,000, okay. And he counters with Whirl. Oh. So does that means Cecil's dead, right? Wait, Cecil's alive. Cecil's fine. No, I didn't mean that. Just no! And that's, hopefully he ends up, or she ends up using it on Edge instead or something. No, they're just both dead. They're both dead now. I don't like this fight. Oh, and this doesn't count as a cutscene either. I can't skip this part. I have to watch them do this stupid drawn-out fight every time. So we can skip the cutscenes, but it's still a few minutes of, like, the battles, the automated battles every time. But to talk about my strategy going into this next attempt. The first one seemed to work out a lot better than the second one. But I do want to try slowing him because, you know, Fusoya slowed him. It did actually work. Granted, it was on, like, the other form and not, like, the final, his true form. But I guess that wasn't even on Zeromus, was it? Maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know, but, like, if I could... This was part of my thinking. His Big Bang will just insta-kill Rydia, Kain, and Edge. So on that note, I think I'm just gonna have Kain jump again, because he was at least able to dodge some of those last time. Like, he was one of the last survivors, just because he was avoiding it because he was in the air. But Rydia and Edge, they're going to die once they get hit by that Big Bang. So, if I can slow him down, hopefully I'll be able to get more attacks in while they're up, and hopefully, you know, if he's slowed while he's slowed, I can... Oh, what? I had something specific else in mind. Oh, just once I like bring them back to life, either with Raise or Arise, I'll just have more time to actually make use of it, because what was happening is, like, they would go down and then I would get them up, and then before they could attack, they would just go down again. Like Rydia, it took so long for her to be able to get off Bahamut in that first attempt. And with her black magic healing him, maybe it was just Flare was not good and he absorbs that. But I think I'm gonna stick with Bahamut for now. You know, Fuma Shurikens with Edge, Bahamut with Rydia, Cecil attack, Kain jump, Rosa gonna try to keep him slowed. I don't know if the black hole thing will erase that too, but as long as it actually affects him, as long as it actually does slow him down, that might be worthwhile, just, you know, in the end. And, like, while I'm waiting for that, for him to do his thing and be vulnerable. Okay, yeah, so he seems... Where is Slow? Slow's right here. We're gonna try that. And I really hope it works. It seems like it affected him, at least. That's something. Okay, so now we're gonna be focusing on just keeping everyone healed. You know, if he's slowed, I may as well try to hasten Rydia too, because hers takes forever. Oh, there goes Black Hole already. Yeah, that did get rid of his slow as well. Does he just do that? No, he does that even when there's not an effect, so it's not like it's triggered. And I did at least get haste off afterward. So that's something. Still might not be worthwhile, but for at least this attempt, I'm going to continue trying it. Alright, where are we? Okay. There's Bahamut. Osmos are going to suck up more of our mana, which is not great. But it is what it is. I'm gonna slow you again, and hope that you just don't erase it for a while. Could you do that for me, Mr. Zeromus? Cecil, I'm gonna need you to hit him more. Please affect him, please don't be... Okay, it wasn't a wasted turn. And honestly, if, like, putting debuffs on him or buffing my team did trigger him to do, the Black Hole, that wouldn't be too terrible a thing. Because that could mean that he wouldn't be doing... Uh-oh, here it is. It could mean that he wouldn't be doing his Big Bang as often. Okay, so yeah, Kane's fine because he dodged the Big Bang. Have him jump again. And I have a Rise going on Rydia as soon as Rosa reaches the edge. And, you know, we're going to do Kira on Rosa too. Hope that she doesn't immediately die from some, like, lower impact move. I mean, Big Bang would kill her, even with Kira, but... yeah. As much as I want Edge back, I just need to focus real quick on healing everyone. So we're gonna do that. What does that mean? Is that it? Are you attacking? Okay, we got Kiraga off at least. I mean, Rydia's still gonna die if he gets Big Bang before she gets to use her move. But I'm hopeful. I think right now, rather than have Rosa immediately bring Edge back... I mean, I guess here, I'll have Cecil bring Edge back. Oh, I'm out of that. Okay, no, here comes Big Bang. Yeah, that wasn't great. Okay. Wait, did Kane survive that? I thought he would be instantly dropped. Okay, and we have Edge up now, too. Okay, so we gotta throw another Fuma Shuriken. It's Kira, everyone. Let's raise Rydia. I should have had Rosa heal. Okay, but he used Black Hole instead of Big Bang at least. So I might have time enough to get a Kiraga off once everyone's up. Because Rosa's ready to attack now. Or attack, unleash her turn, you know. Just hope there's enough time. Uh-oh. Shuriken, normal Shuriken. Oh no, Big Bang. Oh, I think that means everyone's dead. Maybe Cecil survives it? A lot of people survived it. Why? Not upset, just surprised. Definitely gonna have to chug some things just to get mana back. But we at least did get to heal. Not Kane. Kane's off doing his own thing. But the rest of us got to heal a little bit. Okay, and we're full health for the moment. There's Meteor! Oh, goodness. Meteor's probably really powerful. Yeah, Meteor's pretty powerful. Okay. Raise. Let's get Edge back. And then let's heal everyone. Not enough MP for what? Oh, because Cecil was just drained? That is unfortunate timing. Okay. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Okay. So we want to do raise. Let's get Edge back up. Come on. Good jump, Kane. Keep it up. Just attack, I guess. Okay, so Kane is safe for this turn. He's up in the air again. Meteor. Oh, no. I don't know who's surviving that. Only Rosa this time. I need Cecil back up. Do I have the time for it? That's what I am not sure about. Okay, Cecil's at least back up for the moment. Okay. Is she immediately down? No, World does not. Does World just bring you down to 1 HP? Oh. Unless he has another phase. We'll find out. We will find out indeed. I'm really hoping he doesn't, because that would mean even more cutscene and everything to go through. That would mean so much cutscene and then a huge fight. I got an achievement. You finished the game is what the achievement says. You sound pretty weak though, and I'll take it. And it looks like you're imploding, which is also a good sign for me. Wow. You did it, gang. You beat hatred.
You've truly done it. I'd no idea there was such strength in you.
Kind of rude, but okay. We fought alongside each other, you know.
of the blue planet may have already grown more powerful than we of the moon.
If your performance was anything to go by.
Way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But what of the final words Zeromus spoke?
As long as there is darkness.
There will always be evil in men's hearts. We, all of us, bear a touch of darkness, just as surely as we bear light. Much as with the twin sets of crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And the darkened underworld that rests beneath your planet's brighter surface.
Filled with dwarves.
But as long as there is darkness, so will there always be light.
I don't know about that.
Just as the light within you rose to overcome the shadow cast by
I mean, the natural state is darkness.
Well,
Light
now
is
that you
something
mention it,
introduced.
I did feel a bit of glow.
Are you joking? It's a miracle Zemus didn't end up using you.
My love of justice kept him at bay, no doubt.
Sure.
Well then, the time has come for me to join my people in their sleep.
For how
What
long?
will you do now?
Is this a forever sleep you're talking about? Because I don't know if I can approve of
We
that.
will return to our planet.
Our friends are waiting.
I see. You are lucky to have such friends.
Where's
I
Golbez?
look forward to the day we can meet again.
There he is.
Might you permit me to accompany you?
Do you want to take your spoopy head,
You would
head
join
helmet? I was
me?
like, what's that called?
I would. I cannot return.
Oh.
Not after all I've done.
You're talking to Fusoya.
And I would very much like to meet my father's people at least one
You
time.
did hear they were sleeping,
I
right?
see. Yes, our blood flows in your veins too. You know this will be a very long slumber.
I do.
Okay.
Cecil, you called me brother.
Yeah. He did.
I suppose I can expect no more than that. All you've suffered until now has been because of me.
We must go now and sleep. We will pray for the peace.
Like
of
the
your
Cecil didn't
planet.
offer anything in response to that.
Come, let us go.
Yes.
Cecil,
Bye,
Is
Darth
this all right,
Vader.
letting him go?
your brothers.
Look, if he wants to take a long nap, that's fine.
Cecil? Farewell, my brother.
Oh, okay. I mean, he just called him brother again. He wasn't like, goodbye, Theodore. I don't really know what the big change there was, especially considering he didn't really do that of his own volition. His friends were like getting mad at him because he wasn't saying anything. I mean, at least he did say goodbye, I guess is the thing. It just didn't build upon, like, what Golbez said. Like, you called me brother, I can ask for nothing more, I suppose. Birth from womb of Dragon's Maw, and born unto the stars. by light and darkness cast aloft, our dream-tide oaths resworn. Moon is swathed in everlight, ne'er again to know eclipse. Earth with hallowed bounty reconciled, yet fleeting is the reverie, when moon from shadow has egressed, guided forth anew by light made manifest, two bound by ties of blood, by time and fate then rest apart, unto lunar light and Gaian breast. All right. Yo. All right, there we go. We're not still on that, are we? Well then, let us begin today's lesson. All right. Where's Palom? Oh, not again. So I cast a mighty blizzard on the... Oh. He was knocked out. When are you going to stop that? The Elder's furious with you. How many times must I tell you the same thing before it sinks into that thick skull of yours? You have a deal of growing up to do if you ever plan to be the sort of mage Tella was. 2 more hours of spell transcription for you. Aw, not again. You've only yourself to blame, you know. Your young highness, you are the heir to our kingdom's throne. You have responsibilities. I know that. He was just taking a little rest, that's all. Then might I suggest you stop chasing after this daydream maiden of yours and start fulfilling some of them? Right. A little more sincerity would go a long way. But Rydia, there's not a girl in this world that will ever come close to you. Your Highness! She has become a fine young woman indeed. And to think she would return here to us. Rydia! Yeah, I wouldn't want to go live there. I mean, visit maybe, but Rydia, why do I have fangs? What? I want to be the same as you. What do you mean? We're all the same. There's no difference between humans and Eidolons. I disagree. What do you mean there's no difference? The Fame Arch is going to become a very interesting place in the days ahead, isn't it? Most certainly, and one not lacking for beauty. And the reason I was saying I wouldn't want to live here is because of the whole way that time works differently. Like, if you were here for a week and then you went back to the main world, isn't that like, you know, a year has passed? All that matters is what's inside us. No, I mean, like, touching sentiment, but just like you do have to acknowledge that there are differences, and that's fine. It's not ignoring differences, it's celebrating them. Isn't that right, Cecil? Honey? You're a queen now. Won't you make a little effort to speak like one? You're what? You're king and queen? Young, you know I can't stand all that prim and proper stuff. Oh no, it's already past time for today's training. Like, who's that dude who's standing there? Is he not the king? Come along. Yes, your highness. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. Always running out on me. Like, are you the advisor who just wears a crown as well? Former king. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, is Young a cuckold? Like, do not fault your husband. He'll build a fine new fabul for us all. I don't remember. I have no doubt of it. Gonna do some construction here, I assume. Very good. Prince Edward! Sing us a song about the paladin again. I would be most happy to, but not until you finished your chores for the day. You want the castle to be back the way it was again, don't you? Back to your physical labor you go. But you promise you'll sing it, right? Man, they didn't even make him promise. They ran off immediately after that. Anna, I know, it's so sad. But you're stronger now. Please wait for me. I must be strong and live on here for the people of Damsian, I don't remember. Be at peace with Tella. Lally-ho! Listen up, dwarves. We're going to make this castle good as new again. They're like, yeah, that sounds good. Your Majesty, we've not the materials. Then scrap the tanks. They'll see no more use now anyhow. Hopefully. I guess we'll find out. I wonder how Cecil and the others are doing. I've just received some good news in that regard. Cecil and Rosa are to become the King and Queen of Baron. How good for them. Really? And not only that, we've been invited to the coronation. Yay! Your Majesty, you're not helping at all. Didn't I tell you to go and scrap the tanks? Lally-ho. And away they go. Oh, there's Kane. A little bit somber, but okay. Cecil, Rosa. Ah, the helmet comes off. Oh, I didn't realize that that was his hair this whole time. I thought he had like a little cape thing. I'm pretty sure I thought that's what that was all the time. I have no right to bear witness to your joy, not like this. I will temper myself here on Mount Ordeals, and then when I've become an even finer dragoon than my father, perhaps then I can return. Until that day comes, I can but wish you well. Alright. Finally Cecil and Rosa themselves? No, still not there. Oh my! What is it? Who's Corio? I don't know who Corio is. The moon, it's... see for yourself. What's going on with the moon? Wait, is this what the telescope's seeing? Because we just passed the planet that we were presumably on. And where's the moon? Like... I don't understand what you're talking about with the see for yourself. Yeah, I can't move the camera around or anything. Like, look, in the back! That's Earth! That's the blue planet! What's happening on the moon that I was supposed to pay attention to? Not to mention, which one? That was so long for no reason. I learned nothing from that cutscene. What is it, Cecil? Nothing, I could have sworn I heard my brother's voice. I heard nothing. You did? It must have been my imagination. Hello? What are you two still doing here? It's a beautiful sunny day and there's no time to be lounging about. I'm sorry, you must have lost track of time. You'll have all the time you want later to get that lovey-dovey stuff out of your system. Come along, Rosa, or should I say your majesty? Please, I'll always be Rosa to you, Sid. Really? You mean it? It's going so fast. Well then, Rosa, a bride can't go on without her makeup, or can't be going without her. I've got a maid already, we'd best hurry along. Of course. Why is it so fast? It's been a long time since we've seen everyone, hasn't it? They'll be arriving soon. You'd best hurry too, Cecil. Right. I heard it, I'm sure of it. My brother, he said farewell. There they are. She finally changed out of her pajamas, everyone. Oh, Frabjous Day. Hello. Yes, fellow royalty, of course. More fellow royalty. Hello, hello. Is this his first time to the service? But no, he was helping with a giant, right? Fellow royalty, right? Because he's a king now. Fellow royalty. Oh my gosh, everyone. This is so strange. assume we're gonna have Edward visit as well, yeah? Poor boy. Yeah, there he is. Oh, I didn't notice you come in, Rydia. Hey. Should you maybe have, like, any of your citizens at the coronation? Or, like, is this enough? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they were typically more of a public affair. Alright, there are some people. Except those people are usually the ones in the castle anyway. Are they... I guess that's it. Alright. Yay! And with that, we are done with Final Fantasy IV, the 3D remake, played on Steam as opposed to the Nintendo DS. So let's talk about some of my thoughts. So I know how some of my thoughts are going to sound because they're not entirely positive. So I do want to start by saying that I do think that this is a good game. I can see why everyone loved it. I mean, obviously not everyone loves it, right? But I can see why people really like this game, why people speak highly of it, especially like at the time of its initial release, I imagine, with Final Fantasy IV, like the original one. And I don't really know the differences between like this, the 3D remake and the original. I don't know what they are. I imagine there's a lot of quality of life improvements. Maybe some items were changed around, maybe some bosses. I don't know if there was like, and things were made easier, like rebalancing. I don't know. But just, especially when the game came out, I can definitely see why people would enjoy it. I don't think that this game is, like, perfect by any means. And frankly, I don't think that it's a good game for recording. Like, for recording a blind playthrough, as was my case. Because I would record, like, hours at a time. You know, like, when I'm recording 4 hours and I get, like, 30 minutes worth of footage kind of thing, it's just, it's not good. So much of the game is, like, going through dungeons where there's just really nothing to talk about. It takes forever to get through the dungeons because there are so many encounters, and you can't run from, like, too many of the encounters because you actually need those battles for experience. And so, like, it felt very punishing. And I thought that I was, like, over-leveled for a lot of it, right? Like, at the very beginning, I had to do some grinding in order to level up just to be able to make my way through a cavern. Or, like, across the land before I ever got the hovercraft kind of thing, right? So I had to grind for those levels. But from that point, I never really grinded. Like, a little bit, you know, when I was in, like, Lair of the Father. I did a little bit of grinding. But, you know, really not much. But even without that grinding, I still went, like, through a lot more of the dungeons than I think you were necessarily supposed to, or at the very least expected to, you know? I tried to leave kind of no stone unturned for a lot of it. I obviously missed a lot of secrets. But I fought so many enemies. And felt like I was supposed to be overpowered, or over-leveled at the very least. But I would still go into a number of fights, and, like, I would die on round 1 or 2, just because, you know, there are 2 or 3 enemies that are casting, like, a group-wide magic attack. And I would just be dead before I even had a chance to, like, react with a heal, you know? Like, best-case scenario would be I heal in anticipation of their attack, and, you know, manage to get it off before they kill me in the 2nd or 3rd round. But when just, like, the random encounters could be that unfair, it was mean. And also really punishing in the sense of, like, if you lose to a certain boss, you kind of just have to sit through so much dialogue. I finally found out at the end, that you can skip cutscenes, but cutscenes are just what we'd think of as cutscenes. They're not the in-battle, like, there's dialogue at the top, there's this forced automatic battle that you actually do nothing in. I couldn't skip any of those, as we discovered in this recording session. And so it was just rather punishing whenever you died because, great, you're just set back, like, 5 minutes, you know? Where you're just sitting there waiting for your next attempt. And so you'd better have learned something from that last attempt, otherwise you're just going to experience the same thing, have to wait another 5 minutes, that kind of deal. So it was just it didn't seem very well balanced with like how much I fought, how many levels I attained, and I was still struggling sometimes in even basic combat just because it would open up with like these big attacks where I would just die, you know? Especially if I didn't go into that fight full health, and most of the time I did, and still ended up like dying round 2 or 3 on some occasions. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I don't think that's what you want. I mean, my biggest complaint with this game is definitely just the encounter rate. It's too much. There are too many encounters, and the fact that they seem necessary because of all the leveling stuff I just talked about. There should be, like, a held item, or a piece of equipment, or a consumable, you know, like in Pokemon, a repel. There should have been something like that, so that I can get through a dungeon without having to be stopped every five steps. And even the run feature in battles isn't that great because you get beat on, like, you know, a couple rounds worth sometimes. I thought the credits were done. By the way, if I had to mute this music for whatever reason, I apologize, but sometimes I just have to do that. But you hit run, you can be hit by like a couple rounds of the enemy attack still. It takes so long to even run away. I just don't think that this was a great running system. I'm fine that you drop Gil, but I don't think it should be that on top of the, like, it takes forever. I think that Pokemon has a better run system where you can run away from most things just immediately, but some things you have to try a couple times because, like, they're particularly aggressive Pokemon. Or, like, you know, Paper Mario has a good run system, a better one than this game, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, obviously. You're entitled to your own. Where in Paper Mario, you select to run, and depending on the thing that you're up against, you have to mash A faster, you know? Like, if you're running away from a Goomba, you don't really have to mash much at all, and you get away. And you do lose some coins after the fight, but, like, that's the trade-off, right? And then if it's a more difficult enemy, then, you know, you really have to mash A, because you have to, like, there's a thing that's bouncing back and forth, and you have to make it land within, like, a green meter, so the more you mash, the further the green meter builds up. And then, you know, you can't run away from bosses. I think that would have worked great here. You know, I think a repel would have been really nice, but at the very least, let me run from an enemy quickly and just move on with the dungeon, because there are enough encounters that, like, at least let me stop them sooner, you know? Sometimes when I would click to run, I would be like, well, I might as well have just fought them at this point. Because they've attacked me enough, and especially if I had auto on, I would have attacked them enough before I would run that, you know, I really might as well have just done that for the extra, you know, Galar experience. My second biggest complaint is the story. Now, I do think the story is a lot more, like, cohesive than the Final Fantasy I story, and I totally get why people would like it more than Final Fantasy I, story-wise. But, like, despite it being more cohesive, I don't think it's better. I think the story, I mean, like, maybe it's not as, like, traditional as, like, I don't want to say stereotypical exactly, but, you know, it's like, it's pretty generic all in all. Maybe it wasn't at the time kind of thing, but the biggest thing that I didn't like about it was just all of the deaths, even if they're fake outs, honestly, especially because they were all fake outs, except for Tella, apparently. It was just annoying because there was, like, no reason in those moments for those characters to do the things they did. Like, I get their rationale in the moment, but, you know, all of their allies are all saying, like, wait, no, don't do that, that's stupid, and it was stupid because there was, like, always another way to handle whatever the situation was. And so for them to do that, it all just felt very manipulative. Like, it was happening just because it was supposed to happen to further the plot, not because it actually made sense. It was just supposed to tug at the player's heartstrings, and it did the opposite for me. It was very obnoxious. It just made me not care for the story, because you know, if I wanted to care for the story, I would have to accept those parts as integral parts, frankly. And yeah, I'm not willing to do that, because those parts were dumb. Especially when they just all come back, you know? Like, Sid jumped out of an airship with a grenade that was presumably powerful enough to, like, cover up this, like, cave in this giant hole in the surface. Which, again, I already talked about how it doesn't make sense that it would just cave that hole in, because that's not how that works. But he somehow survived, like, pretty much uninjured. I mean, he didn't lose his arm even, or a hand even. He was fine. Like, he might have had a bandage and that was it. Like, I don't know. He had something, but I don't know if it was always there or not. And then, you know, he's okay, whatever. And then later on, like, you find out the Young was okay too. and then Palom and Porum, you know? Like, I'm glad they're okay, because they were, like, probably my favorite of my allies. Nah, probably Rydia, actually. But anyway, they were pretty up there, because they were fun. But, like, the way they died was stupid, of course, and the fact that I could go up to them and it would let me use an item, like, it would open up the menu, but if I tried to use any sort of, like, petrification cure, it would be like, well, you can't save them because they did this willingly, so you just can't. Like, that's a rule of magic, apparently. But then apparently the Elder was able to do it just fine, offered, like, no explanation. He could just do it, so it's like, okay, cool. Guess he's better than me. I don't know. So it was just stupid. Another, like, so the deaths were all, the self-sacrifice scenes were already very forced, and then everyone coming back to life, except for Tella, was all very forced as well. So, like, I didn't care initially. I mean, I cared, but, like, in the negative sense, it was annoying. And then same deal when they came back. It was just obnoxious because, all right, whatever, you got your little tearjerker, I hope, out of a lot of the players. So yeah, cohesive story, but not better, in my opinion. And, like, while I understand, like, they had those dramatic moments in the story, and so that's why you had to constantly switch out characters in your party. But I think I would have liked it better if I'd been able to choose the members of my party the entire time. Like, yeah, let me unlock these new characters, let me try them out, determine whether or not I want to keep them on board, or if I want to stick with, people I've had previously with me. Because you could still have characters with a set story like this, and not force the player to switch them out. Just wasn't my cup of tea, wasn't my preference. Definitely would have liked it better if I'd been able to pick all along the way, because, too, that would have meant that there weren't those stupid self-sacrifice moments. So, it would have been, like, a double good thing for me, and how I like my games to be. So, yeah, would have been nice. I just want to reiterate the point. I think it was a good game. I don't think it was a good game to record a blind playthrough of. It might be... And I imagine, unfortunately, that actually applies to, like, a lot of the Final Fantasy games, because there definitely were a bunch of encounters and the same kind of thing where I'd record for hours and get, like, one episode's worth of footage. With Final Fantasy 1, when I played that, not the 3D remake, but just the HD pixel remake. And so I imagine it applies to the other Final Fantasy games too, which is a shame. But they might be good streaming games. I was talking to my younger brother about that, because, like, if you have an audience that you're just like, you have to be able to just sit back and relax when you're playing this game and just, like, chat, This is not, like, a high engagement kind of game. I mean, especially as this series went on, I think you saw, like, I was including less and less of the dungeons because there just wasn't a point. There didn't feel like a point to me. It was just fighting the same monsters over and over again, Like, I might have jumped in if I saw, oh, it's a dragon. This is the first time I remember seeing a dragon. What a surprise. And then that's it, And then the next time I find dragons, I'm just fighting them on my own in, like, dead silence. So yeah, it's, maybe a good streaming game, but all in all, I think this is the kind of game that's best done just in your own time, And just, if you're like making yourself play it for 3 to 5 hours at a time, like I was, to get these sessions out, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much as if you just took the time to, explore at your own pace, get all of the chests, get all the map, unlock, like, the map completion rewards or whatever. Yeah, because there were definitely some side quests that I did not end up doing, and I might have been more willing to do them if I were just doing it on my, like, playing this game for myself. Like, I have a YouTube video going off on the side, and I'm just idly playing. I might be more patient with the encounters. I still think they would be, too much. There were far too many encounters in this game. I will stand by that. But I think it would have been better if it weren't that, like I have to do this for this long, otherwise this game is never going to be completed kind of thing. Yeah. I don't really think that I have much else to say. It was interesting how sometimes the bosses, even, like, the later bosses, I'm not talking about, like, early bosses compared to late monsters, but just, like, late monsters compared to late bosses even. Sometimes the bosses seemed like just as hard or took just as long to beat as just random encounters, which I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. Most of the random encounters I was going through with auto battle, and so I wasn't having to, like, apply myself too much. It just took time because, I have, like, Rosa maintaining MP, Cecil maintaining health, and then, the rest of the party just dealing what damage they could until the things eventually died. And then with the bosses, obviously not auto-battling, you have to actually apply strategy. Oh, there is another thing I want to talk about actually with that. One of the things I didn't like about this game compared to Final Fantasy 1, or other like turn-based RPGs like Pokemon or whatever, right? Is there was strategy for sure in this game, but I didn't like how rushed it was. And that's what Final Fantasy IV itself, from what I know, introduced. With, like everyone has that bar, like the yellow bar fills up and then you can select an ability. And then once the pink bar fills up, they use the ability. But then as all of that is happening, the monsters have their own like hidden bars, right? And so if you just sit there, not picking anything, the monsters will just keep attacking you. And there have been times where I would enter an encounter, forget that I was on manual and not auto, and I would just be like on my phone as I'm being like beaten up by a monster over and over again. That only happened one time that I recall, but it was amusing to me when it did. But it's just a lot of pressure, and it made it so. And I can see the appeal to it for some people, for sure. I can see the appeal of that kind of system. But I want to be able to take my time when I strategize. There was a thing that happened, even this recording session and several times all throughout, right? Where I'm too busy constantly selecting what I want my characters to do that I'm not able to watch what's actually happening in the battle. So I don't know how effective a fight was. I don't know if like a monster just blinded my character, and so like them attacking is worthless until I use Esuna on it to clear their vision so they can actually have accuracy again. I was always so unaware of what was going on because I was so focused on just constantly picking moves. Because if I didn't pick moves, that's just wasted time because the enemy is getting to pick moves throughout that. Something in the game's defense is that I know that I was on like the fastest turn setting. But I also had it set to wait instead of, I think, active is the alternative. And what that does apparently is when you're selecting a target, it will pause like the initiative basically. I think it was only for targets though. I think if I were selecting a spell or like an item, I think that it would still go. And I don't think that's enough. So I think that wait should mean it just waits, until like you're between but I guess I see why it couldn't do that just with the way that the initiative system is built. I don't know. It was too. I needed the turns to be fast because otherwise the fights were already so long. And so I felt I needed the turns to be faster because of that. So I set that like right at the beginning of my playthrough, right? But it did make it more stressful to like actually strategize during fights because I just felt I had to constantly be moving and I was constantly missing stuff. And I know that it was overall like a detriment to me. So that was another thing. I think those are my three biggest complaints of this game are just the encounters. They're too many. They're too long. Running from them sucks. Like it's the best option basically, but it just still sucks. And then the story, mostly just like all the deaths, all the forced drama, and then them inexplicably basically coming back. Because like the story's fine, it's generic, but it was fine. I just was really annoyed by those particular moments. And then the combat system where it's like it's constantly moving. Whether or not you're doing anything, it's constantly moving, and so you have to be doing something or you're gonna be injured a lot. But yeah, no, I can see why for sure that this is a beloved Final Fantasy game, and I don't regret playing it. But I do wish that like personally it had been shorter, or at the very least that I'd gotten through it faster. I don't know what that means though, because aside from just me not going through every trying to get like the map clear item, I wasn't really like lollygagging, So I don't know. It's a thing. But let me know what you all thought about this game in the comments below. Whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, what you thought about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. And I don't know what is coming up next. I don't know what my future holds. But I am hoping to get back into recording. I know that like I've said that before, and I had started it for a while, and then like basically with this game, like I stopped. And I didn't stop, I don't think, because of this game. It contributed. I'm not going to lie, it contributed for sure, but I didn't stop because of it. Just I'm still dealing with a lot of mental stuff. Like absolutely like the depression and anxiety is still there. But it's just been really hard to do much of anything. And where like the cutoff was because I'd recorded a bunch of stuff in advance, but it was when we moved to this house where I am right now that I just like I really didn't record anything until I think like House Party is the last thing I remember really recording game wise, or like the first thing that I recorded since like stopping this more or less. But yeah, point is, I have missed it. I have missed playing games and interacting with y'all in the comments, and so hopefully you all would still be interested in something like that. And I don't know what's coming up next, but whatever it is, I hope that we'll be able to enjoy it. I don't know how much I'm going to focus on like series of games, so much as maybe trying to get maybe shorter series or one shots even. Largely just for myself to see if I can handle that better, because I think a lot of the issue for me is the commitment of it. It makes my brain go crazy with this weird kind of just this dread, being like locked into something. It doesn't like that. So anyway, with that, we're calling it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, everybody.